All right, in this recording, we're going to be looking at how we can use matrix operations in the graphing calculator to determine the Borda score winner for our Borda voting method. Now, first off, let's take a look at this by hand. Now, what we did last time when we were using the Borda's method of voting, Borda's are score-based, where we're going to define that each first place vote, so I'm looking at the table at the top left, each first place vote gets 1 point, second place votes get 2 points, third place votes get 3 points. So using our preference table across the top, like this first column counts for 36 total votes. What we did last time was we looked at the total number of first place votes, the total number of second place votes, and the total number of third place votes, or more, in our election. Now what I see here is in this first category, or if we're going to determine our Borda winner for candidate A, we've got 36 and 5 first place votes. So that's going to be a total of 41 votes. We're going to have 16 and 1, 17 total second place votes, and we're going to have 19 and 42, a total of 61 total votes. So looking at that, what we would do before is we're going to do 1 times 41 plus 2 times 17 plus 3 times 61. We go over to the calculator. It's going to be 1 times 41. I don't need to multiply that. Plus 2 multiplied by 17 plus 3 multiplied by 61. So that is the total number of first place votes, 1 point each. The total number of second place votes, 2 points each. The total number of third place votes, 3 points each. That gets us a total of 258 points. We're going to repeat this for each of our candidates. Next, looking at candidate B, we see that we have 16 and 19, so 35 total first place votes. We've got 36 and 42, 78 total second place votes, and then 5 and 1, 6 total third place votes. So what we would have there is we would have 1 times 35 plus 2 times 78 plus 3 times 6. I'll go back over to the calculator. That's going to be 35 plus 2 multiplied by 78 plus 3 multiplied by 6, getting us a total of 209 points. I'll do the same thing for candidate C. Candidate C, we've got 43 first place votes, 24 second place votes, and 52 third place votes. Candidate C has a total of 208 points. So we can see that in the calculator. Now, this wasn't awful because we've taken the number of first place, the number of second place, the number of third place, and we've taken the total number of votes. An alternative way that we can do this, I'm going to go into the graphing calculator, the TI calculator. We're going to use a matrix operation to do this. Now, I'm going to access the second matrix option. Now, a matrix is a rectangular array. It's a way of organizing data. Now, we're going to be multiplying two matrices. What I see is in our table, we have 3 candidates and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different columns of voters. So what we're going to do in the calculator, I'm going to come over to the Edit button. We're going to create a matrix. This is going to be my rank matrix. Now, a matrix is divided into rows and columns, same as our table. We're going to have 3 rows and 6 columns. So this sets up a table for us where we have 3 rows and 6 columns. What we're going to do with this, we're going to enter the rankings that we have for each of the positions from our table. So for candidate A, the table on the top left goes 1, 1, 2, 3, 2, 3. My matrix in the top right, I'm going to put in these entries 1, 1, 2, 3, 2, 3. What I've done is I've entered those values, the rankings that candidate 1 receives. Row 2, I'm going to do the same thing for candidate B, my second row, so 2, 3, 1, 1, 3, and 2. And the same thing for candidate C, the third row, 3, 2, 3, 2, 1, 1. So I've taken those rows for our candidates and entered them into our 3 by 6 matrix. We have 3 candidates and 6 columns. Now here, I'm going to second quit, get back to my home screen. I'm going to create a second matrix. So back to second matrix. We go over to the Edit, and I'm going to do create matrix B. This is going to be our number of voters matrix. So looking at our table, top left, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 columns representing the number of voters. I'm going to create a 6 by 1. Nope, wrong spot. Back to the calculator, create a 6 by 1 matrix. Now, these 6 elements into our matrix are going to be the number of voters. So my matrix is going to be 36, 5, 16, 19, 1, and 42. So now, rather than a row by column, we have 6 total columns, and those come from the number of voters that I have in my table given. Now, what I'm going to do here, go back to my home screen, second quit, we're going to multiply these 2 matrices. Now, you take an algebra class, you will work through kind of matrix multiplication, but we're going to use the calculator for this. We go second matrix, I'm going to call up matrix A, and then I'm going to do second matrix and recall matrix B. Having these adjacent like this is going to multiply matrix A by matrix B. I must do it in this order. If we do B then A, it's not going to work out for reasons that would become apparent during an algebra class. To multiply them, enter, and there we have our matrix that represents our different Borda scores. Now you notice we have 258 for candidate A, I've got 209 for candidate B, that's the second element, and then we've got 247. Let me check that. So if we go back through and do 43 plus 2 times 24 plus 3 multiplied by 52, ooh, there's actually a mistake. We've got a total of 247. Wonder what I did incorrectly last time. But here's the value, is that we can use this matrix multiplication as a way of eliminating that redundant calculation and that human error. So it's all under the matrix menu. Now, if I want to go and change something, I go Edit, and I can change the number of rows, columns, or I can change a specific entry. If I want to delete that, I'm going to go second plus to the memory management screen. So number 2, memory management, delete. I'm going to go scroll down to matrix. And since I'm done with that example, I can delete it. So I'm just going to hit delete, delete. And now my matrix screen is fresh again, ready to start anew. Just an alternative way to complete the Borda's method of voting.